Hello again, it's Archie. You've seen me before. I'm usually the one that's moaning, griping, whining, doing something about the current situation, the way we all live. So anything I talk about me, I hope it washes off onto the way you're having to live as well. And we all need to have a good gripe, don't we? I'm going to astound you with this video, absolutely astound you with what I'm going to talk about. And you'll end up with your jaw open, numbless. It's hard not to feel shortchanged. Let's move this a little bit. It's hard not to feel shortchanged when I look upon Europe across the pond and see where the UK is actually sitting in the state of the pension payout list. In other words, what do each country give their pensioners, their elderly, their senior citizens, whatever you'd like to call it? What do we get from various countries? Now, I've made a list of all the major countries in Europe. You know, your France, Spain, Italy, Germany, Norway, all these countries, and compiled a list of a monthly pension payment, along with the UK's. Now, before I even start, I've got to tell you that the monthly amount I receive feels more like a survival allowance than a dignified retirement income. And that's a shame. That's a shame. And it's a shame for all of you, not just me. You know, what makes it even more frustrating is that the countries with smaller economies than us provide stronger pension support. We're meant to be grateful, being told that the system is being locked with a triple lock thing. We're meant to be grateful for that, and I'm not, to be honest. Look, generally all of you will be confronted with survival in the future. You're all getting older, and you will all be heading towards that door where you're going to be, yes, a senior citizen. And this situation can only get worse. It's only going to go worse, which it is doing. It gets worse year by year. The very thing you don't need as you get older is financial anxiety. Oh my God, put that on top of all the other problems that you could have as you get older. Terrible. Okay, take a look at the facts on the screen. Here you see the countries, the top countries, and what they actually give their senior citizens. I'm going to add the UK somewhere within that list. Where do you think that would be? Ha! There you go, you guessed it, and I guess most of you already knew this, right at the bottom. Now look at the figures, and look at the vast differences in these figures. It's amazing that I, as a citizen here that's paid all my life, worked all my life, I'm 80 years old now, that's what I get from it's my money I paid in. It's not a benefit, it's a right. Now, you guys can look at that list and think where you're at, and a lot of you think, oh, I've got to hop, skip and jump to get out and register in another country. It's not that easy, as we know, unless Brexit's turned around and things can be a bit different, but it's still not that easy. It still takes 5 years even if you want to go to Ireland, but it may be an idea. And even Ireland's above us. And I would just like to say that as a UK senior citizen of 80 years old, I'd like to throw that back in someone's face, especially when this Labour government came into power the very first week. And you'll remember this, the very first week they told pensioners they weren't getting their winter fuel allowance, the £200-300 that they rely on. They weren't getting it. That's the very first thing they did to us. Then the next day, they gave all the unions their rises, including train drivers on 56,000. They rose to 62,000. That's what they did. It beggars belief. Where have they got any compassion for their own? Well, they're going to be old themselves, aren't they? But they're not going to be in my position, are they, scraping for money? Now, I address this whole thing not to middle classes and not to the wealthy, because you will be okay, but to the ordinary working class that's gone through his life with a sort of menial standard job and has done a good job as part of the fabric of this country. They deserve better. We all deserve better than this, because it's trash. It's just rubbish, and especially when you compare it with other countries, it's just madness. And this is a country that we pride ourselves as being compassionate and innovative and on this and that and yeah, and yet we do this to our elderly. Wow, it's just bonkers. It's bonkers, Britain. Anyway, guys, that's me finished for this rant, but I'll be back. Have you noticed I was on long form there? The short forms are not long enough for me to rant. They cut off before I get most of the stuff out, so I've got to go down this route and start moaning a bit longer, you know. We make the moans longer and make them a bit more dramatic. But I won't guarantee you that. One thing I can guarantee is that everyone I put up, I absolutely mean. I'm not making any of that up. It's all absolutely rock solid fact from my little head. And if you want to ask me my opinion on anything, stick it in the... Oh, by the way, the one thing I didn't mention, if you're going to reply in the comments, don't do what everybody tries to do and sort of divert the whole thing into illegal immigrants. This has got nothing to do with illegal immigrants. I'm talking about what the government give us. Whatever they give others, I don't give a shit. It's to do with us. So let's not talk about that. Unless you want a specific opinion from me, by all means, stick it in the comments and we'll see where we go. Because generally, you know, I'm not very with everything that's going on these days. I'm certainly not woke. The opposite to woke, because I hate bloody woke. And most things I see, most things I do, I find I'm aggressive about it because I do not agree with how this world, how this country, how this city, how people are turning out. And I would say the biggest two words to describe the fabric of society now is greed and selfishness. Has to be, doesn't it? We're all doing everything we can to fill our coffers, our little books, our banks, our pockets, or whatever. And all I want to do as a pensioner is just have a nice, relaxed end of life story. That's all. I want to wind down to the end of my life in peace. And that would be lovely because I've had a wonderful life. Anyway, guys, I'm ranting again. I'm going off, so I'll put one up tomorrow, maybe the day after. Keep at it. I'd love you to subscribe because it helps the channel and on all that. It's terribly hard on YouTube to get seen, but I'm grateful for anybody that comes and has a listen. Cheers, mates.